Welcome to the exam sale video on configuring Windows Server Hybrid Advanced Services. In this video, we will explore the syllabus of the exam and provide an overview of the topics that you will need to master in order to pass. The Configuring Windows Server Hybrid Advanced Services exam is divided into 5 domains. The Secure Windows Server On-Premises and Hybrid Infrastructures domain carries a weightage of 28% and covers advanced security measures for Windows Server operating systems, networking, and storage. The Migrate Servers and Workloads domain carries a weightage of 22% and focuses on migration strategies for workloads, storage, and Active Directory from on-premises to Azure or new Windows Server versions. The Monitor and Troubleshoot Windows Server Environments domain also carries a weightage of 22% and deals with monitoring tools and logs for resolving performance, networking, and storage issues. The Implement and Manage Windows Server High Availability domain carries a weightage of 14% and is all about designing and maintaining failover clusters and highly available storage solutions. Finally, the Implement Disaster Recovery domain carries a weightage of 14% and ensures business continuity through backup strategies and site recovery orchestrations. Let's start with the Secure Windows Server On-Premises and Hybrid Infrastructures domain. This domain focuses on implementing advanced security measures across hybrid environments, including identity protection and server hardening. You will learn how to configure Windows Defender Application Control, implement Windows Server Update Services, WSUS, and Azure Update Manager, and manage privileged access workstations. You will also learn how to configure disk and file encryption, implement storage spaces direct security, and manage Azure Files security using shared access signatures. In the Migrate Servers and Workloads domain, you will learn how to execute migration strategies for workloads, storage, and Active Directory from on-premises to Azure or new Windows Server versions. You will learn how to implement Storage Migration Service, migrate file shares to Azure Files, and migrate Remote Desktop Services, RDS to Azure Virtual Desktop. You will also learn how to assess migration readiness using Azure Migrate, migrate physical servers using Azure Migrate, and implement Azure File Sync for hybrid migration. The Monitor and Troubleshoot Windows Server Environments domain deals with monitoring tools and logs for resolving performance, networking, and storage issues in hybrid deployments. You will learn how to monitor performance using Performance Monitor and Resource Monitor, configure event forwarding and event subscriptions, and implement Azure Monitor for hybrid environments. You will also learn how to troubleshoot hybrid connectivity using Network Watcher, resolve name resolution issues in hybrid environments, and diagnose RDP and remote management connectivity. In the Implement and Manage Windows Server High Availability domain, you will learn how to design and maintain failover clusters and highly available storage solutions for critical workloads. You will learn how to configure cluster quorum and witness options, implement cluster-aware updating, CAU, and configure cluster networking and storage. You will also learn how to implement stretch clusters across sites, manage cluster roles and resources, and configure storage spaces direct requirements. Finally, in the Implement Disaster Recovery domain, you will learn how to ensure business continuity through backup strategies and site recovery orchestrations. You will learn how to configure Windows Server Backup, implement Azure Backup for on-premises workloads, and manage Azure Backup Server, MABS. You will also learn how to perform item-level and full server restoration, configure backup policies and retention, and implement disaster recovery by using Azure Site Recovery. In conclusion, the Configuring Windows Server Hybrid Advanced Services exam covers a wide range of topics across 5 domains. By mastering these topics, you will be able to secure Windows Server operating systems, networking, and storage, migrate servers and workloads, monitor and troubleshoot Windows Server environments, implement and manage Windows Server High Availability, and implement disaster recovery.